is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have some more reports from the Matthew Stafford trade. We got some offers that the Lions may have received, players that the Lions may have asked for, and the aftermath of the Matthew Stafford trade has led to what? Let's get it started.
I got to shout out DoseOfDion, man, because it was actually the first time I went live on YouTube. And, guys don't know, DoseOfDion, he put out a lot of good content for the Detroit Lions.
Welcome everybody to another video. Glad you guys are here, and we got some things to talk about. But before we get that thing started, you guys notice anything different? You got anything different? Oh, I'm wearing a fancy shirt. Okay, that's different. But anything else? Oh, there's no jersey up there. What? Where did Megatron go? Oh, he's right here. I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. What I was trying to do with that. But I got Calvin's jersey right here today. Can we give it a clap? Wherever you are, you're watching this video. You're in a library. I'm sorry. Just clap quietly. I don't know why you're in a library, but let's give a clap for Calvin Johnson, Megatron. Let's hang it back up where he deserves to be. Calvin Johnson, that does not look good. Calvin Johnson has been selected to the NFL Hall of Fame, which he deserves 100%. One of the greatest receivers to ever play the game. My personal opinion, from what I've seen, the greatest receiver I've ever seen play the game. This dude was unguardable. Even most of the time when he wasn't even healthy. The guy was so big, athletic, strong. He catched everything. I mean, this guy was just an incredible player. The NFL knows. They know. They know what this dude was about. Cornerbacks know what this dude was about. That Matthew Stafford to Calvin Johnson duo was just out of this world fun to watch. Calvin, you are one of the best Lions in Lions history. And you 100% deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. And I'm super, super happy for Megatron. Potential good news with the whole Calvin Johnson situation, because apparently Calvin told MLive this. I know that myself and Sheila Ford Hamp, Lions principal owner, that was like, in the comment, you know what I'm talking about, have had some great conversations recently. It's been good to get to know her and have those face-to-face conversations. So I think we're moving into the right direction. Yeah, that's what I like to hear, Lions. Let's get this thing mended, man. Just fix it. Just fix it. This guy is too great. And he did too much for Lions to have this kind of mess going on. Sheila, I'm glad she she's taking a step forward to fix this. I'll give Sheila Ford Hamp a clap as well, too. This needs to be fixed, okay? This guy's amazing. And that video when they inducted him, they surprised him at his house. He was so emotional. Like, I just felt so happy for the man, okay? I don't know, man. I just felt so good for him. I wasn't expecting him to be that emotional, to be honest with you, but he was, he was in tears, but he deserves it. That guy is an absolute monster, and everybody knows it. I don't want to hear about longevity. I don't want to hear about it. The guy is a beast. Have yourself a day, man. All right, now let's talk about these reports that we've gotten about the Matthew Stafford trade. There's been a little bit of reports that continue to kind of flow out since this trade has been done. And some of them are very interesting to see some offers that the Lions may have turned down. Also, a player that the Lions asked for. And there's a little bit of aftermath. Let's start off with the aftermath. So what am I talking about there? Well, I get this on Twitter from Adam Schefter, who states that right when Matthew Stafford was dealt to Los Angeles, when we heard the news, apparently players were texting Matthew Stafford. Now, hey, I don't know how they got Stafford's number. This guy doesn't give out any kind of social media, but maybe I don't know. Maybe they went through Kelly. I'm just saying. We're saying that they wanted to go to Los Angeles to play with Matthew. Oh my gosh. Okay. You know what, though? I could see it. Players will probably take less money to play there. Is Marvin Jones going to be a Los Angeles Ram? I mean, look, they got to figure out their cap situation. But still, players may take less to end up playing with the Los Angeles Rams, because right now what they see a team that's trying to make the push for a Super Bowl, and a lot of players may want to be a part of that. So we'll see, but I think that is pretty awesome. I think that's pretty darn cool. That's a little bit of an aftermath. But there's also some really interesting things. Like apparently offers that the Lions received. And there's one offer that we were given. We were also told that Washington gave a pretty monster offer to the Detroit Lions. Like, we've gotten some hints to it, what it may have been, but it may have been bigger than that. However, Carolina, we knew they offered the 8th pick in the draft, at least that was what we were told, but we were also told now that they offered Teddy Bridgewater in a 5th-round pick. They offered all of that for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions, obviously, we know they declined it, and they went with the Rams option. I think the league knows how valuable Matthew is to see all these huge offers that the Lions received for Matthew Stafford, a guy that's literally turned 33 years old. By the way, happy birthday, Matthew Stafford. I forgot. Can we get some more claps? Happy birthday, Matthew. What? Happy birthday, Matthew Stafford. The guy that's 33 years old. Had some injuries, but he still plays through them, so I guess it really don't matter. But I guess that tells you how valuable he is when you see how much teams are willing to offer, and then you also see that players want to go play with him. Now let's think about that for a second. The 8th pick of the draft would have gave you 7 and 8, a 5th round pick. Now I'm not sure if that was this year or a future year. I don't know. And then obviously Teddy Bridgewater. So why would the Lions pass on that? Well, look, there's a couple things here, but I think the biggest piece, and Peter Schrager said it himself, is that Jared Goff was involved with the Rams trade. Look, if you get a guy like Teddy Bridgewater, you get a player that's, everybody says bridge quarterback. He's perfect. He's Bridgewater. He's definitely a bridge quarterback. But that's kind of what he is. Bridgewater's contract only runs through 2022, and it's cheaper, not like super cheap, but it is cheaper than what Jared Goff's contract is. So he is kind of the definition of, okay, hey, yeah, he's like our bridge quarterback. That's why his name is so perfect for that. I'm just saying. But that's kind of what he would be. Then you would have 2 picks this season, 7 and 8, which is kind of nice depending on how they feel about the top 10. I don't know where you'd go with that. Maybe you go with 2 offensive playmakers. Maybe you go with, I don't know, maybe you go with a defensive player and offensive player, maybe go linebacker, wide receiver. I'm not sure what you do with that. Maybe you go quarterback. You know what? You probably would go quarterback because if you got Teddy Bridgewater, you're probably taking quarterback. Unless you don't like the quarterbacks in this year's draft, which could be the case. If the Lions don't love the quarterbacks in this year's draft, that could be another reason why the Detroit Lions decided to not take that deal. But the Lions did accept the Jared Goff 2 first-round picks and a 3rd instead. And Peter Schrager says that he thinks Jared Goff is the biggest piece here. And personally, I agree with that. Now, there is a thought that, okay, maybe the Lions could try to flip Jared Goff. Okay, once this trade becomes finalized, maybe the Lions could try to flip him if there's teams interested. Because we know teams were interested, apparently, around the league. I think Schrager also said that there were teams do think highly of a guy like Jared Goff, and maybe teams would be interested in him. So maybe the Lions could try to flip it and grab some more picks if they wanted to. That could be part of it. But I personally believe this, and I'm going to stick to my guns. I believe the Lions want to give Jared Goff a chance. I believe they think that this could potentially be their future at quarterback. I think they do. I think that Brad Holmes really likes Jared Goff. Like I said, he was a big part in them selecting Jared Goff in the draft, and I think they really want to have an opportunity. All we've heard is that the Lions are fired up to have him there, and I think they believe that he could potentially be the future. He's got things to prove, and it's not a guarantee. That's why the way his contract is set up now, as long as the Lions don't restructure it, they have basically now, after 1 to 2 seasons, if they want to, if they're not sold. But I think they want to give him a shot to see if he can be the future at quarterback. Plus, then you get 2 first-round picks, which, yes, the Panthers offered you 8, which would most likely be a higher pick than what you're going to get from those Ram picks. But it is 2 first-round picks versus 1 first-round pick. And it gives you more flexibility after this season if the Lions wanted to go quarterback. If they wanted to go quarterback the year after that. Take 2 picks this year, maybe it gives you a little bit less flexibility because now it's, okay, this season, we have Bridgewater, who we don't look at as high of a ceiling. He's kind of the bridge quarterback right now. We're going to have to find ourselves a quarterback. And yeah, we could do it in the upcoming years, but if we have Teddy Bridgewater, maybe he wins us a few games, which I'm not thinking he really would. And maybe that puts us out of position, and then we don't have those picks later to leverage to move up. So I actually like the fact that the Lions took the Rams trade instead of the Panthers trade. Look, I don't think they look at Teddy Bridgewater as a guy that has a high ceiling. I don't think many teams do. To me, Teddy Bridgewater won't be a great quarterback, and I don't think you're going to see a super high level with Teddy Bridgewater. I think he may have already peaked. I think Teddy Bridgewater is who he is. You can make the case just based on stats alone that if you take Teddy Bridgewater's best seasons, whether that's with Minnesota or whether that was, with the Carolina Panthers last season, those seasons, his best seasons, weren't as good as Jared Goff's worst season as a quarterback in the NFL. Talk to Panthers fans. They don't really believe in this guy's future either. They want to go a different direction as well. Plus, if you just go by the compensation alone, okay, yeah, you don't get a top 10 pick. And those picks in the future probably won't get it. But you're talking 2 first-round picks versus 1. A third-round pick is better than a 5th-round pick. And you got a quarterback. Yeah, he's getting paid a lot more right now, which is true, unless you restructure it, which is true. But you do have that out, which is basically the same type of out that you had with Teddy Bridgewater just when his contract expires. So, potentially better quarterback. I would say a better quarterback right now. Also, you're saying even after last season. Also, you're saying 2 first-round picks to 1 first-round pick, which gives you more flexibility over the upcoming years, which this one doesn't. If this pick right this year is probably going to be your quarterback because you could try to package them and move up, but if you don't love the quarterback, so the quarterback that you wanted to get doesn't fall to you, then you're kind of out of luck because you don't have future first-round picks to, make things happen, and a third-round pick is better than a 5th, straight up. But the Panthers offer wasn't bad. I do agree with them selecting and taking the Rams trade instead. I like that better because I think Goff does have a shot to be the future here. I mean, especially if they believe in it. If they don't, then maybe you don't do this route. But I think they do believe in him, and I'm sticking with that. I think the Lions, he will be our quarterback next season. I think they're going to see what he can do. But you also got 2 first-round picks and a 3rd. I like their trade better. Now, apparently, there's another report out there that the Lions did ask the Rams for Aaron Donald. Now, this is interesting. For me, I look at it like this. Aaron Donald is like a guy that you got to ask for. Okay, you got to start there. That's where the negotiating starts. Hold up. Aaron Donald. And they're like, no. Okay, well, I had to try. You got to try with Aaron Donald, right? This is the defensive player of the year. He is on a cheaper contract than Jared Goff, which is expected because he's not a quarterback. He is 31 years old, so he's not the youngest. He does have no guarantees after 2022. He signed a pretty massive deal in 2018, August 31st of 2018. He signed a pretty massive deal for like $135 million. But yeah, no, I think you got to ask for an Aaron Donald. I mean, why would you not ask for this guy? I mean, I know he's not the youngest guy, but he's Aaron freaking Donald, okay? He's the best defensive player in the league right now, won the Defense Player of the Year award. This guy is a monster. So why would you not ask for Aaron Donald? I'm glad they asked for Aaron Donald because look, again, he's not the youngest. You could try to flip him, I guess, if you wanted to. But dang, man, imagine having that guy on the defense. Oh, my goodness. That guy is incredible. I'm not surprised we didn't get him because they're probably like, hey, hold up, look. They were willing to get rid of Jared Goff because they were looking at this. We're going to get a quarterback in return, so we don't need Jared Goff. And they also didn't have their best relationship going with Jared Goff. But Aaron Donald, they're trying to make a push for a Super Bowl. They ain't trying to give up Aaron Donald. They're like, hold up, this is like one of our best players, if not our best player. We're not trying to give this guy. We're trying to make a Super Bowl push. That's why we traded for Stafford. We ain't giving Aaron Donald. And the Lions are like, all right. We tried. So I'm glad the Lions tried. That would have been amazing. I cried a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. We didn't get the land. Holmes, you could draft us an Aaron Donald, right? You are part of them drafting Aaron Donald. Maybe you can just draft our own Aaron Donald, and we'll be good, please. I don't know. But no, seriously, we did ask for Aaron Donald, so that's great. I'm glad we did that. But the Panthers trade is interesting. It depends on how you look at it, but I think Schrager is correct in that the Lions really wanted and they valued Jared Goff. Now, that could mean a trade because I think you might get a bigger return for Goff. I'm not sure. I'm actually not there. I would think you get a bigger return for Jared Goff than you would for, Teddy Bridgewater. Yes, he's on a bigger contract. He is younger, though, and I think people believe around the league that he has a higher contract. However, like I said, I think the Lions are going to give him a shot. Doesn't mean he'll win it. Doesn't mean he'll be the future quarterback here, but I think they're going to give him an opportunity, at least this upcoming season, to try it out. Because now they're in a position where they're not forced to take a quarterback. If they like a guy at 7, they can do it. If they don't have to take one, right? They're not in a position where we need a quarterback, where we got our backs against the wall, so we have to rush it. But they're also in a situation with the next 2 years that, hey, we can move around if we like a quarterback. We could jump up. We have leverage. We have all these picks to work with. We could do this and that. And guess what? If we're bad anyways, we're going to have a high pick. So, it is what it is. And then we got an out after a couple years with contracts. So the contract's bad, but there is that out as long as you don't restructure the contract. So I do like that the Lions took the Rams trade instead. I know it's not exciting because the Lions don't have 2 first-round picks this year. But the Lions are looking at this as a 2-year, retool. That's what they've kind of told us. Where are we 2 years from now? And I think some of that has to do with the fact that Jared Goff is here because you're going to see, hey, 2 years from now, is Jared Goff going to be our quarterback or not? Are we going to roll with him or are we going to, use our opportunity to get out of this and we're going to go a different direction? That's, I think, what's going to happen here. But I am glad the Lions took the Rams trade. I think they had a great trade here. I'm interested to see what kind of players the Rams can land. What their salary players are taking less money to go there. That will be interesting to see because they might build a powerhouse over there, and that could be super fun to watch. I'm just saying. But, yeah, man, Lions getting some offers. Dang, they got some monster offers. What do you think? Would you have taken the Panthers trade? I can see the benefit. If you are a guy that, likes a quarterback at 7 or 8, or if you're thinking, I like a guy at 3, so I could give both those picks and move to 3, then, yeah, I could see it. If you're like, hey, I'll move up with the Dolphins because I really want, Justin Fields. But that means that quarterback better hit because if he doesn't hit, oh dang. Now you got Teddy Bridgewater and you got a quarterback and you don't have these extra picks. I think the Lions gave themselves way more leverage and more ability to jump around in the future. And they also have a potential quarterback in Goff. Not sure how easy it would be. To be fair, though, you still do have 2 extra first-round picks. I mean, you could try to jump up with 2 extra first-round picks. Probably wouldn't be as easy as an 8th pick. Say, hey, we can give you 7 and 8. But you could say, hey, we'll give you a 7 and a 2022 first and a 2023 first. And you're like, hey, we can get to number 3 with that. I mean, it's the same kind of rules apply. I guess if you really wanted someone, maybe you could just use that jump up. I think that'd probably be enough. I understand why people call him a bridge quarterback because that's what he is, but that also implies to me that, yeah, he's just not a good quarterback. I mean, simply put, he's not going to be your future quarterback. You don't want him as your future quarterback. It's just that simple, in my opinion. I mean, he's a bridge quarterback because he's not good enough to be a future. So if you don't think he has any shot to be the future at your quarterback, then why wouldn't you just go sign a guy like Tyrod Taylor to be your bridge quarterback? I mean, it's cheaper. I mean, like, for real, like, why would I take Teddy Bridgewater if I don't think he'd be my future? I'm looking, hey, this is my bridge guy. What's the point? I might as well just go sign Tyrod Taylor. He's not good enough to be my future anyways. That's what you're telling me with bridge quarterback. Bridge quarterback means you're not good enough to be my future. That's how I look at it because he's only 20 years old. He's not like 39 like Fitzpatrick, which I get that. He's 39. Okay, he can't be your future. But he's 28. All right, so he's just not that good. That's why I like it better. But I can see why other people would like the other one. So let me know what you guys think. Congratulations to Kelvin Johnson. That is so awesome, man. That is so freaking awesome. Kelvin, you are an absolute monster. Megatron, baby. I miss him. I miss you, Kelvin. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.